Hey guys, so I've shown you honey harvest and all that stuff, but today is like pretty crappy weather, or it's starting to rain. And so I decided, how about I do a wax harvest? Because I got all this comb. This one's pretty not bad, but some of it is actually moldy. It's disgusting. I have the worst camera angle right now. But you can see this is like moldy. I was trying to save it for future hives, but didn't go so well. So I'm gonna be processing this wax today, so yeah, let's do it. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm going to basically, can I put the frame in the bucket? Oh, I can. Okay, so I'm gonna just put the frame in the bucket and kind of just take my half tool right here. Let's see if I can, yeah. Then we're just gonna slide down. Let me see if I can stabilize the camera, 1 second. Now here's the other type of frame. It's a foundationless and it kind of just has these wires. So what you do, you kind of just go ksh, ksh, and cut it out. So I'll show you that. You take your half tool, you go bam. It's easier when it's hot out, because basically wax gets a lot more malleable the hotter it is. But right now it's pretty stiff. So I'm gonna actually have to be a bit violent and like this. Woo-hoo! Caveman style. Basically just force my way through it. Okay, now you'll see the top's out. Now we just got to take out the sides, cut through those, cut through the other side. I'm not sure if you can see this very well, my apologies. Flip it over, cut through on this side, on this side. Now you kind of just pull the comb out, just like this. See? I have pretty thick wires. If it were hotter, I may be able just, and the wires were thinner, I could probably just take the entire frame out as a whole. But overall, I do like these a lot more in terms of wax harvesting, just because you can kind of just pull it off. And I don't know, I find it a lot more fun this way. Look at that, big chunk. Look at that, big chunk. Also, these frames are a lot cheaper to make because you don't need to buy the foundation, which is pretty expensive, even though it's just a piece of plastic. Okay, boys, I developed a new strat. Watch this. It's called monkey strap. You just hammer it. Pretty effective. Not gonna lie. What if I do this? Oh, this end is way better. This is a really professional tutorial. Yeah, this is a cool piece of wax. You can see on different sides it has different like levels of dirt. So when the beeswax ages, right, at first it's like this nice pretty color, but as dirt and stuff gets on it, it gets all brown and yucky. Now I've never actually done this, but I'm gonna try I'm gonna try washing the wax before I actually like go to clean it more. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna actually clean the wax. Right here I got some water underneath. This is just to stabilize the temperature so I don't actually accidentally burn it. And this is gonna catch most of the impurities, but I'll have to replace it a few times because you're gonna see this wax has a ton of impurities. But so basically, we're just gonna turn on the stove. Hope this does not catch on fire. And then go into our bucket here. Take a random piece of wax. And then chuck it in. I just decided to remove this thing entirely just because of fire hazard. It caught on fire. I'm just gonna filter it once it's all melted. It's gonna leave some crud on the pot, but whatever. So now the water's boiling and the wax is gonna melt a lot quicker. So two things. First of all, I put a lid. Actually, this is gonna be three things. Second of all, if you look in there, it looks like a turd. And third of all, it smells like crap. Why? Because that's literal shit. Just kidding. It's dirt. But in order to remove it, I'm just gonna use this spoon thing. I don't know. And I like to let some of it drip. Among us drip. And then after it drips a bit, I just put it right here. I usually compress it with a fork, but as you can see, I only have one hand available. So yeah, you guys probably don't want to look at shit anymore, so I'm gonna cut it. Okay, so now that I've cleared a mountain of crap, time to process some more. It's a boat. Okay, so I did a ton of processing off camera just because this part is the disgusting part and you guys don't really want to see me shoveling crud. But now we're on the fun part because we're going to filter out the rest of the nasty stuff and make this look somewhat pretty. This is pretty hard with one hand. Oh god, it's splattering everywhere. Oh, this is going to be a mess to clean up, isn't it? Oh well, but yeah, basically we're going to filter through here to get most of the stuff that was just like too difficult to get with the spoon thingy. Holy! There was wax on the bottom of that, turning off the fire. I do not want that to happen again. It's dangerous. Okay, so now we're gonna dump another one of these loads in, and you can see that it's actually mostly water in here. That darker fluid is the water with all the contaminants. And wait a minute. I think that was actually all... Is that all water? This is weird. No, there's wax in there. So, before this video, I actually processed some other frames, and I have some of that wax in here. So, I'm actually going to put on a glove and decant some of this into here. Nothing could go wrong with this. I feel like something will go terribly wrong. I can risk it. I'm getting a bit close to the water layer. I don't want to get water in here. It'll make things a mess. So, I think I'll leave it as is, and just put the disc in like separately. Okay, so now all the wax has... Oh, actually, the wax is solidified. However, this water is pretty damn warm. But so I'm gonna... Oh, this is hot. I'm gonna take this wax out of here, and put it with this wax over here. Oh, this is toasty. Let's try this one. Oh, this is even toastier. It's been like an hour. Holy moly, that is disgusting. Ugh. You know, maybe I'm gonna clean the bottom of this as well. 1 second. So yeah, I think this is it. Now I got a big... Oh damn, I got a big hunk of wax and a big mess to clean up. So I have a few plastic molds here, and prior to filling them with wax, I'm gonna spray them with some silicone spray. This one is just hexagonal. I 3D printed this one. I'm not sure at all how much of this I should apply, especially considering I can't see anything. But I think that should be okay. Okay, so I have a little bit of boiling water. The water's there to regulate the temperature. I'm just gonna add these chunks from the last batch because they still actually have to be cleaned a bit. They're mostly pure, but not entirely. So we're gonna have to add all of these in. And I may actually have to add more water. Okay, you can see now that things are really starting to get busted. And it's a lot nicer melting down these wax chunks because... Oh, that spooked me. Because the wax chunks don't have all the crud. Okay, so originally my plan was to like just filter through this and then pour into those things, but I'm actually gonna filter it, remelt it. Oh shoot! I'm gonna filter it, wait for it to solidify, then I'll remelt it without water, because I want to guarantee that there's no impurities and also no water to ensure that all the candles are very nice. Okay, so because the ghetto filtration apparatus I have set up here can't take all of this at a time, I'm gonna pour some of this in, even though that chunk down there is still not melted, but it's okay. Ooh. We had a bit of a leakage. That wasn't very good. Oh look, it's making cool patterns, actually. It's like moving around. Do you guys see that? I like that. Okay, I decided that I'm gonna sacrifice one of my actual funnels. This is not working. Let's pour that back in there. I'm gonna go get a funnel from the garage. Okay, so I filled this up and the rate is still remarkably slow, which is incredibly concerning. Okay, so after many different paper attempts, I'm just going with paper towels. Paper towels are going to be the worst for filtration, but the fastest to do, which is good because I'm in a rush. Okay, so I decided not to filter the bottom stuff because that's where most of the waste is, and I can probably, instead of filtering it, I can probably just scrape that off and then process it. Sorry that you guys see the reflection of the light in there. And then I can process it with cappings or some other type of wax. And for now, I have two different things that are sitting just because the rates of filtration are very, very slow. And I want the contents to actually get through. And when I get back, these should be solidified. Okay, so I've now solidified these into nice little pucks that you can see right here. And I'm gonna put these pucks into this water. The reason they're separate from the water this time is, oh my god, it's loud. Is because I'm gonna keep this off so you guys can hear me. It's so that way I don't get water in the wax like before, because that would be problematic. I'm also gonna do this at a lower temperature. This is just so I don't, first of all, it'll splatter less, because there's still a bit of wax in this water. And also, the reason this is darker is because I overheated it, and it caused the wax to discolor a bit, which is a bit unfortunate. I'm gonna have to keep this in though, because if this weight is not in here, it'll probably start floating around. Okay, so because there's so much in here, it's gonna be a while before that tiny puck down there is melted. So I'm actually just gonna cast this into some of the easier molds, aka the glass molds. These are just shot glasses actually right here. It pains me that I overheated my wax though. I want to make an apparatus that can automatically, not automatically, but like more easily do the process of like going through all of this. Oh, that's not very good. Let's pour all the contents from there back into here, shall we? Okay, hopefully we can still make a candle out of this. Hopefully this is cooler, and we can pop this right back in here. Oh my god. Because the plastic is malleable, I think I permanently deformed it. It's an egg now. That's cute. Okay, so I think all the wax is done melting. I think. That's the key word. So I'm gonna try casting it to a few things. First of all, I'm gonna try the 3D printed mold I have right here. Hopefully it doesn't like leak through the cracks and crap. Probably will. Then I guess we'll try this mold right here. I'm thinking, do I want to do this big one? Or do I want to do... I kind of want to do a beaker. I think I don't have that much wax left. Yeah, I don't have that much wax left. So I'll cast it in here, and that way I can just scrape it out afterwards, because it's easier... No, it's easier to get it out of glass. That was stupid. I'm sorry, guys. Fun fact, cookie glue is not as smart as you think. Actually, most of you probably have already realized that. Okay, so you can see here that I've done a decent amount of experimentation with getting the wicks through. What I found best is I'm just using this screwdriver. This is because I'm doing all this just because I don't have a wicking needle. I'll take this tiny little hammer. Boom, 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 boom. Kind of need two hands for this. Okay, at this point it's just holding itself in for the most part. For the most part. Not entirely. Okay, I found out a gigabrain way to do it. Turn on the stove, put it in there, boom. Just goes right in, like butter. Okay, now I'll show you the next step. Okay, so now it's time for the fun part, and we're going to take this wick and just stab it down. If I can aim it right. Okay, so now this is actually very tricky. I know my camera positioning is crap, so sorry about that, guys. And then look at that. It's out on the other side. So we just pull it. Boom. Now this one is going to be a bit different. I wanted it in this beaker. I thought it'd look cool. It's a little Nile red beaker. And then we go and we chop this off. And in the end, we can just fill these. We can put like extra wax around. And so the wax will just fill in that hole. Here's another example of the melty thing. Just go here. Stab in. You can see it oozes out. Then you pull it out. And then we're just going to pull this. Boom, gravity, push it down. Put that down there. And snippy snippy. Okay, now let's try lighting one of them. Let's try this one because this has lots of wax on it. Okay, we got our little match here. Let's just ignite it. It's gonna ignite. Okay. Let's just watch this little candle. Maybe we should turn off this light for a bit of a better shot. The flame looks really blurry. I wonder if... Is it actually possible to focus on the flame? No, I don't think so. That's too bad. Maybe if I do this? No. Oh, that kind of works. Like that. By the way, guys, if you're wondering what I record on, I record on a Samsung S8. Okay. Oh my god, it's so bright. Holy heck. Okay, we're lighting the Nile red candle. See if it actually lights. Oh, it's lighting. Dad, what do you say about this? Would you say it's sugoi?
Very fancy.
Yeah, I know. It's Nile red. What I like about it is how it looks like it has depths.
How it's in a beaker?
Look, it like has orange and then it just goes to black.
Yeah.
It's
right,
cool.
Kind of the light can penetrate the wax a little bit.
Yeah. If I had like go right there, I can kind of get it to focus on the fire. Then you can't see anything else. Okay, that's about all. Hi guys, once again I upload a giant gap in between uploads. I may have other videos planned for the summer. I don't know. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm thinking of doing a lot more casual videos because I've been trying to do grand projects, but I don't feel like that's working out. I think I should just stick to smaller stuff that I enjoy. Okay, hope you enjoyed. See you next time.